Let me put one number on the table before we get into anything else. $271 billion. It's a lot of money, ain't it? That's a lot of money. Many of you guys are probably like, what is $271 billion, Antoine? Well, that is the backlog sitting at RTX, the company formerly known as Raytheon. They dropped earnings on yesterday and they beat Wall Street by 17%. $271 billion in orders waiting to be filled. And guess what they're doing? They are hiring engineers all across the country right now. Meanwhile, the company that makes HR software, they just fired 950 of their own HR workers by email. Ain't that something? Company is called UKG. The software your employer uses to manage your time off, to manage your pay, and to manage your benefits. They used AI to replace the humans who built the AI. Crazy how this world has turned. Crazy how the workforce has changed all of a sudden. Let me share a little bit about Raytheon real quick.
Hello and welcome to the channel. In this video, so what can we expect from RTX? We are going to cover several topics to set expectations moving forward. We will review the current price chart and trend charts along with some key valuation growth and profitability metrics from Seeking Alpha and Fast Graphs.
RTX reported revenue of $24.24 billion, beating revenue estimates by $1.53 billion. RTX reported earnings of $1.55, beating estimates by 8 cents per share. For this quarter, the revenue estimate is $21.46 billion with earnings of $1.52 per share. Over the last 90 days, 7 analysts raised estimates and 3 analysts lowered estimates. RTX meets or beats analysts 1-year forward estimates 82% of the time.
I just wanted to share that video with you guys. It's not a typical CNBC video. It's not a typical Bloomberg video. It's a video of a gentleman who likes to talk about the stock market and stocks. And he created an agent to kind of do some of the talking about some of the different companies that he's talking about in his video. That is the economy today. The builders are winning. The coordinators are shrinking. And yesterday's earning reports just proved it. In the next 45 minutes, guys, I'm going to walk you through 4 earnings reports, 1 Senate hearing, and 1 venture capital warning. And 1 story about a woman who sent 2,000 applications before she finally landed 2 offers this month. Plus, we're going to talk about Tesla. They report today, 4:30 Central, after the bell, and what Elon says about robo-taxi and Optimus. We talked about that last night in our AI agents call. But what Elon says could reshape every manufacturing job in America. And I'm here to show you where you stand and how to position yourself before the weekends. Guys, this is the Daily Climb. I'm Antoine Wade. Let's look at the data. Let me give you the full picture of RTX because this one matters. This one really does matter. $22.1 billion in revenue, up 10%. Earnings per share, $1.78, 17% above what the Wall Street expected. Free cash flow up $500 million. Now, why is all this going on at RTX? Well, we've been at war. Depleting ammunitions, missiles, building our military back. So who benefits from that? RTX. And that backlog, $271 billion. That's the number that actually matters. Because when we're talking about these companies, you can do a really good in a quarter, but we know what it's really about. It's really about the future and guidance, right? You guys learned about that from this show. It's about the future and the guidance. Well, the guidance is the backlog. $271 billion in the backlog. Backlog is a promise. It is the work that must get done. Contracts signed with the Pentagon, with allies, with commercial airlines rebuilding their fleets. The CEO said this, quote, very strong performance to start the year. Free cash flow up $500 million. We raised our full year outlook. Let me give you the analyst take on this one. RTX employs 180,000 people right now, and they are adding more every week. Look into RTX if that's the company that you have an interest in. Or if you don't know anything about them, Google them, research them. Good company. The Iran ceasefire got extended on yesterday, but the Strait of Hormuz is still blocked. Patriot missiles are still being fired. Tomahawk missiles, SM-6 missiles, all being consumed in real time. And every missile fired must be replaced by someone who builds things, physical things, with their hands or with code. Saw the video that I started the show off with the RTX, right? That's what the man did, probably in his late 50s, early 60s, maybe even 70s. Built a YouTube channel and said he's going to make an intro and then he's going to have an AI voice talk about the stocks, so he doesn't have to do that like I do. But it works. He's getting views. That's building. That is what you call building, guys. And I want you to know that you can do it. RTX is hiring system engineers. Guess how much they're paying them? $85,000 up to $175,000 a year. Cleared software engineers for the electronic warfare, $110,000 up to $220,000 a year. Program managers, $120,000 up to $240,000, and the clearance premium is 15 to 25% on top of your base. Here's the thing, many people are talking about, I'm gonna go back to school and get a degree. I think it's best for you to pursue a security clearance. It is one of the best career moves that you can make in 2026, and it's less than a degree. Now, before I move on, I wanna show you something inside Google that proves how serious this builder moment really is. Take you to a little slide that I put together. Came across an article this morning doing some research on Business Insider. It says a new fault line has emerged inside Google. The Claude haves and have-nots. Business Insider broke a story on yesterday. I came across it this morning, but they broke it on yesterday. Google's DeepMind engineers, the elite AI research team, are allowed to use Claude, Anthropic's AI tool for coding. Many of the ladder climbers are using that tool right now. Many of them are just getting access to it. Many of them are thinking about paying a subscription to it. I think it's the best tool out there from an AI perspective, and I've been telling you guys this for months. But the rest of the individuals at Google is not using Claude at all. Regular Google engineers can only use Gemini, Google's own AI. Some of the DeepMind engineers say Claude is better for coding. And when management floated taking Claude away, several engineers threatened to quit. Let that sink in. Inside Google, there are two classes of engineers, the Claude haves and the Claude have-nots. Now, many of us started our vibe coding using Google AI Studio. I was one of the first ones to use it inside the community here that I'm part of, right? The Heights community. That's one of the things one of the suggestions that I suggested that the ladder climbers use. Use Google AI Studio. Right? You can do some vibe coding, get your code, get your applications up. And I've been using Claude for a while, but then Claude code dropping. Next thing you know, I started playing with that. Google AI Studio haven't been opened up since then. But that is the two economies inside one company. There is tool access, and that tool access is the new leverage. If you are using the best AI tools, your output is higher, your career moves faster, your value compounds. If your company is too slow to give you real tools, your skills are decaying relative to everyone else every single week. Or if you're not paying for those tools yourself, your skills are decaying relative to everyone else. You're getting further and further behind. You cannot wait on your employer to give you AI fluency. You have to build it yourself, outside work hours, with your own account. That's why we had the AI agent workshop last night held by Lieutenant Cam, who's in the house right now.